Well, hi everyone. Each week we're looking at a passage from the Old Testament that points us to Jesus, and it's based on the series Pointers to Christ from Gospel and Life. And this week's devotional looks at 1 Kings chapter 3. I'm going to read for you verses 16 to 28. Now, two prostitutes came to the king and stood before him. One of them said, "Pardon me, my lord. This woman and I live in the same house, and I had a baby while she was there with me. The third day after my child was born, this woman also had a baby. We were alone. There was no one in the house but the two of us. During the night, this woman's son died because she lay on him. So she got up in the middle of the night and took my son from my side while your servant was asleep. She put him by her breast and put her dead son by my breast. The next morning, I got up to nurse my son, and he was dead. But when I looked at him closely in the morning light, I saw that it wasn't the son I had born." The other woman said, "No, the living one is my son, the dead one is yours." But the first one insisted, "No, the dead one is yours, the living one is mine." And so they argued before the king. The king said, "This one says, 'My son is alive and your son is dead,' while that one says, 'No, your son is dead and mine is alive.'" Then the king said, "Bring me a sword." So they brought a sword for the king. He then gave an order, "Cut the living child in two and give half to one and half to the other." The woman whose son was alive was deeply moved out of love for her son and said to the king, "Please, my lord, give her the living baby. Don't kill him." But the other said, "Neither I nor you shall have him. Cut him in two." Then the king gave this ruling: "Give the living baby to the first woman. Do not kill him. She is the mother." When all Israel heard the verdict the king had given, they held the king in awe because they saw that he had wisdom from God to administer justice. We need wisdom. When we face a problem that we cannot solve, we need wisdom. When our lives blow up because we made a poor choice, we need wisdom. The people held the king in awe because the king had wisdom. Solomon's wisdom is brilliant because it shows the secret of the woman's heart. We see godly wisdom in the first woman's choice. The way to save her child was to lose her child. The astounding thing about this woman was to give away her motherhood so her child could live. Yet though she gave away her motherhood, she got it back. This is the meaning of your life. Every problem we have is we have to lose what is most important in our life, or else it becomes our God. We have to give up whatever we're insisting on. The king shows humility by hearing this case. How many world leaders would hear a case between two prostitutes? Jesus is the true humble king and the true sacrificial servant. Jesus does not say, "Come to wisdom," but Jesus says, "Come to me, all who are weary." Jesus is our wisdom. Jesus is our wisdom. If we make anything else our king, it can be taken from us. Jesus is the only king that cannot be taken from you. And not only that, Jesus is the only king that can forgive. Not only is Solomon pointing us to Jesus, but the woman is too. The woman is saying, "Don't ruin the child's life, ruin mine instead." And we have one greater than that. Jesus had his life ruined on the cross so that our lives wouldn't be ruined. Jesus gave away his life so that we could have eternal life. Verse 28 tells us the people are blessed because they have a wise king. 1 Corinthians 1:30 says, "Jesus, who has become for us wisdom from God, that is our righteousness, holiness, and redemption." Jesus is our wisdom, which means we can relax. Jesus is wise for us because he is our king. And if we do make a mistake, he will use it for our good. So we can have peace if Jesus is our true king and who is our true wisdom.